Welcome back to For Your Heart and Home. In this Pantry Staple Series, we've been returning again and again to the ingredients that quietly support our kitchens, the ones that store well, stretch far, and help us put nourishing meals on the table without unnecessary complication. Today, we're focusing on a staple that has sustained families across generations and across the world: pasta. But instead of opening a box, we're making our own fresh pappardelle using freshly milled durum wheat. We'll pair it with a lightly seasoned salmon fillet and finish the pasta in a simple herb and lemon sauce that brings everything together in a gentle, fresh way. This is simple food made slowly from what we already have. Pasta is one of the most dependable staples you can keep in your kitchen. It's filling, it's versatile, and it transforms even small amounts of protein into a complete, satisfying meal. When we make pasta from scratch using freshly milled grain, we take that staple one step further. We're not just stretching ingredients, we're deepening the nourishment that comes from them. Durum wheat in particular gives pasta its beautiful golden color and that pleasant bite we all love in a good noodle. Today we're letting that humble grain do what it does best. Durum is different from hard white wheat. It's higher in protein and has that signature pale golden hue that makes fresh pasta so beautiful. Freshly milled, it has a warm, almost nutty flavor or fragrance. Subtle but noticeable. This is one of those pantry staples that rewards us when we take the time to use it well. Today I'm using the Philips 700 pasta machine, which makes the process very approachable for everyday cooking. Into the machine goes our freshly milled durum wheat flour along with the wet ingredients. One of the things I appreciate about using a pasta machine is that it is consistent. It takes something that once felt complicated and makes it very manageable for the home kitchen. Once the machine starts mixing, you'll see the dough begin to form into very small, crumbly pieces. That's exactly what you want to see at this stage. I'm using a recipe from another creator and I will have it listed in the description box below. She recommends autolyzing your dough, which means allowing your dough to sit for approximately 15 minutes to absorb all the liquid. If you're using freshly milled flour, it absorbs liquid quite differently than all-purpose flour, and so you want to give those parts of the wheat, the bran, the germ, and the endosperm time to absorb all of that liquid. So about a 15-minute break in between will allow your dough to get to the consistency it needs to be to extrude very well. So after a short rest, the dough is ready to be extruded. I'm taking a quick break here to tell you where I source a few of my pantry items. I've been sharing all month about pantry staples, and I've shared some of the things that I like to keep on hand. Two of the things I like to keep on hand are fillets. I get my salmon from BJ's Wholesale Club, and I love that it is wild caught. Nothing about it is worrisome, and the ingredients simply lists salmon. So I like to pick this up on a monthly basis from the BJ's Wholesale Club. I also like their wild-caught flounder. The portion sizes in both packages make meal preparation easy, and the quality is outstanding. I'd also like to tell you about Azure Standard. One of the places I like to store bulk pantry items is Azure Standard. It's a cooperative-style bulk food supplier that focuses on whole foods, organic options, and traditional pantry staples. Many home cooks appreciate the ability to buy grains, baking ingredients, and specialty items in larger quantities, which can help with long-term pantry planning. It's one of the ways I keep our shelves stocked with dependable ingredients that we use regularly in this kitchen. If you would like, you can check the description box. I am not affiliated with BJ's Wholesale Club, but I am affiliated with Azure Standard, and in the description box I will list my code. You can use that to help you get started with your Azure Standard journey. I'm sharing really quickly some of the few items I got in my Azure Standard order this month. The first one is carob covered peanuts. These are a simple, shelf-stable treat that keeps well in the pantry. They offer that familiar sweet crunch while using carob instead of chocolate, and they're easy to portion for snacks or small sweet moments. Items like this is helpful to keep on hand when you want something ready without needing to bake. As you know, we're trying to avoid chocolate at the moment, and so these carob peanuts have been a wonderful addition. We also are trying the carob bacon chips from Azure Standard. We've used carob chips from another supplier before and we absolutely love them, so when I saw that Azure offers this, I was very excited. These work much like traditional chocolate chips in your from-scratch baking. They store well, they melt smoothly, and can be folded into muffins, cookies, or even cupcakes, like the ones we've been making in this series. Having a dependable baking chip in the pantry makes it easy to put together simple homemade treats without an extra store trip. Carob powder is another versatile staple. It can be used in place of cocoa powder in many recipes and brings a naturally sweet, mild flavor. Because it's shelf-stable and multi-purpose, it's practical for bakers who like to keep their pantry flexible and ready for everyday baking. Next up, I have some spelt grain. It is one of those beautiful whole grains that works well with freshly milled flour. It has a gentle, slightly nutty flavor and can be used in a variety of baked goods. Keeping whole grains like spelt in the pantry allows you to mill fresh flour as needed, which fits beautifully into a from-scratch kitchen rhythm. As you know, I've transitioned our family to freshly milled flour and we no longer purchase flour from the grocery store. I'm working on compiling a list of recipes, all from freshly milled flour, and the 4 grains I'm primarily going to be focusing on will be hard white wheat, soft white wheat, spelt, and kamut. So stay tuned for a list of recipes that have worked well in my kitchen, and so I purchased some spelt to get that going into the rotation so that I can share those recipes with you. Finally, I purchased some barley malt powder from Azure Standard this month. This is a small but powerful baking helper. Just a little can enhance flavor and support better browning in breads and some other baked goods. It keeps well in the pantry and is one of those quiet ingredients that can really elevate homemade baking when used thoughtfully. So I will be incorporating this in my future videos to show you how I'm using this in my kitchen. So as stated before, we're making some pappardelle pasta today, those wide ribbon-like noodles that are perfect for holding light sauces. As the pasta begins to extrude, I like to gently guide the strands and cut them to length. There is something quietly satisfying about watching fresh pasta take shape right on the counter. Fresh pasta cooks quickly, one of the many reasons it works very well for everyday meals. Especially after a busy day of homeschooling, I like to just pop into the kitchen and make some fresh pasta to go with something like this salmon, and it pulls together dinner quite quickly. I'll set these aside on a lightly floured surface while I prepare the rest of the dish. So to go along with the pasta, I'm preparing a simply seasoned salmon fillet for my husband and myself, and our children will be having the flounder fillets. They prefer the mildness of the flounder, and so that is why they will be having flounder. Both fish options are not meant to overpower the pasta. It's meant to complement them. So I'm just going to lay them on my baking sheet that has been lightly oiled. I'm going to season both sides lightly. Season with your heart, you guys. You can pick up salt, pepper, all-purpose seasoning, parsley, season on both sides, and then I'm going to get this in the oven just for a short while. We don't want to overcook the fish, and so this is just going to take the guesswork out of whether or not the fish is finished cooking, and it also allows me to work on the pasta, and they can both come together easily in no time. Sometimes the best meals are the ones that don't take too much effort. So while my fish is in the oven, I'm going to be working on the pasta. I'm making the pasta like you would pasta from the store, pasta from a box. You just take the fresh pappardelle noodles, pop them in a pot of boiling salted water, and in just a few minutes it will be tender. You don't want to overcook your pasta, so I'm just going to leave it in there for a few minutes, and then I'm going to transfer the drained pasta to a skillet. When I transfer it to the skillet is when I'm going to work on my sauce. I'm going to warm my pan. In my pan, I'm going to put some avocado oil. You can use butter or you can use olive oil if that's what you prefer. I'm also going to add a few herbs to that oil. I pulled on some parsley. I pulled on some salt and pepper, very simple seasoning. And I'm going to then just stir my pasta into this sauce with a splash of lemon juice. It adds a brightness to the pasta and so much flavor. The goal isn't to drown the pasta in the sauce, it's just to lightly coat it so that every ribbon carries a brightness and they won't stick together once we remove them from the pasta water. This kind of finishing sauce is one of my favorite pantry strategies. With just a few ingredients, it transforms plain pasta into something that feels complete and thoughtfully prepared. So now everything is coming together. I'll make a nest of the fresh pappardelle, again lightly glossy from the herb and the lemon, and alongside it I will put my simply cooked salmon. This meal feels fresh and satisfying, but it's still firmly rooted in pantry cooking with grains, oil, herbs, citrus, and a thoughtfully chosen protein. Nothing excessive, just well-used ingredients doing exactly what they are meant to do. There is something deeply reassuring about meals like this. When we know how to work with our staples, when we're comfortable turning grain into pasta or finishing a simple sauce from what's already in the kitchen, cooking becomes less stressful and more steady. Pasta reminds us that humble ingredients can still feel special. And freshly milled grain reminds us that even everyday foods can be deeply nourishing when we prepare them with care. So thank you for spending this time with me in the kitchen today. If pasta has always felt intimidating to make from scratch, I hope this encourages you to try even once and see how approachable it can be. In this Pantry Staple series, we're continuing to build meals that stretch wisely, cook simply, and nourish deeply. Until next time, keep using what you have, keep cooking with intention, and keep building a home that nourishes both heart and body. Finally, I want to remind you that my cookbook is available for purchase on Amazon. The link will be in the description box down below. This book is a compilation of favorite recipes that was created in my kitchen, recipes from my grandma, recipes from my mom, recipes from my childhood. And I would love for you to give this cookbook a try. It is one that is near and dear to my heart. It's simple, it's straightforward. So if you are a beginner, if you are a veteran in the kitchen, either way, this cookbook comes in handy. There are recipes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, desserts, and it also includes lots of recipes that helps you stock your pantry. Please check out my cookbook on Amazon. Again, the link is in the description box. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're cooking in your kitchen this week. Until next time, bye friends.